is 3, is 2, is 1, is 0. Yes. Okay, we are live on YouTube. Good. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time connecting or joining us on this meeting, big rousing welcome. We show you a lot of love. Let me share it with you. Where is my reaction? Ha 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 ha. Wonderful. All right. So thank you. So on behalf of the one who invited you this evening, if this is your first time, we want to say big welcome. And tonight we're going to be unveiling something probably that will blow your mind. Permit me to start with a very short story. I hope you love story. Um, I think, what did they say? Once upon a time, right? People say time. All right. So it was this millionaire who went for a cruise. Many of going for a cruise. He had some time in his hand. He was spending some holidays time and went for a cruise. Packed some things, took his laptop and his baggages, and got on it on the boat, the luxurious ship. When they landed at the destination where the cruise was designated to go, then so the attendants came, took their when they got on the ship, let's say, took their things and and give them their cabin, and they went in there. When they arrived at where they were supposed to go, and he wanted to do some quick work, and he called and he checked in his cabin, he could not find his computer bag. He looked and asked the attendants, and they said, "No, I didn't find it." And he didn't believe it. On that cruise, he completed it after a few days, and he did not find his computer bag. He was devastated because in his computer, on his laptop, he had thousands of pictures, of memories of his baby, his children, his kids' pictures, family outing, family fun time, and some other important stuff. And he lost every bit of it. He never found it. And he said, "This is so stupid of me. I run a company that manages data for institution, and I personally don't have my data up in the cloud, my personal data. That is so stupid." And so he decided this will not happen to everyone, to anyone else anymore. We are going to work on this. And know what happened? That is how something called Gotbackup was born. And the millionaire I'm talking about is the CEO and president of Gotbackup. What you will be hearing today, and what we will be unveiling today. So stick and stay with us. Please pay attention because we will be sharing some information of immense value that could impact you and your entire family tonight. To help me do this, I have on the call also Dr. Dorothy Hansen. And Dr. Dorothy Hansen is one of strategic partners on this project. She's also a medical doctor by profession, but she has love for tech. And she is one of the African leaders making impact on this project. The first person that helped me to get settled down on this project when I became a part of it. And she will be doing the first part and this evening. And if Dr. Dorothy, if you are ready, let me go ahead. Just let me know so that I can. Wonderful. There you are. Please, your audience, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let me share the screen. Are you able to share now? I know you have
No,
some
not yet.
technical
Not
difficulties.
yet. Yes, unfortunately, this evening my Zoom on desktop is not responding. I'll have to check on the phone as it kicks up in. If you could kindly share this slide, I'll be very grateful. Can you hear me,
Okay,
please?
can hear you. Yes.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for being here, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to start the month of May, first Wednesday of May, on this very high note. Like Calvin has said, and thank you so much for your kind words, Mr. Birch. I would introduce Calvin appropriately by the second part of this presentation. And I'll
All
take
right.
state of this.
Dr. Hansen, just before you you um you share, just before I share the main slides, would you want to speak to this? Is she gone? Is she on? All right. So whilst we wait for her to reconnect, if you are guests on this call tonight, I want you to pay attention to something. You see the bottom there, it says online 0.00%. Let's see since 1930 where people have been paying attention, spending time since 1930 to now. But this video is up to 2024. So pay attention to the last item which says online. Okay, don't blink. Ready? Let's go. Great. Did you see that? And that was until 2024. If you are not online right now, I don't know where you are, but a lot of things have changed. So this is why we are here tonight, and to see how what is happening online and how you can benefit from this. I think Dr. Hansen is having some difficulties. Let me share my screen. So, I, okay, guys, sorry about that. Dr. Hansen is having some difficulties with connection, so let me go straight into this. Can you see my slide? Okay, good. Can I see some thumbs up if you can see my slide? Let's just get it move. Yes. So you heard the story, and that is why Gotbackup was born. To help turn dreams into reality. So Gotbackup is for who? It's for individuals, for family, for business, for organization to make sure you achieve your digital dream. Most importantly, but also important, there's an icing on the cake, and it is the financial opportunity which is there. You will be hearing about that as we go on the latter part of tonight's presentation. So don't go anywhere unless you are only particularly interested in saving your digital assets. If that's your only interest, then that's fine. But at the end, we will be talking about something equally important, okay? What is Gotbackup? Gotbackup is a secure cloud service that was developed in 2023 by GVO. And I talked about this millionaire who is Mr. Joel Terrien. He is the president and CEO of Global Virtual Opportunity. Okay, so Gotbackup allows individuals, businesses, and organizations to securely back up and store and manage their digital online, their data online, and most importantly, at an unbelievable price. But beyond backup, Gotbackup offers a profitable opportunity, which you can take part of, you can partake in and make some extra bucks. In fact, some big income. So what is Global Virtual Opportunities, GVO? Audio, my audio is supposed to be very clear. I think from the extra gadget I have, it is loud and clear. So if you're having any issues with the audio, probably just check your device, please. All right. So Global Virtual Opportunities is, for short, we call it GVO, is an internet marketing and software development company. It's been around since 1997. Okay, you heard that Gotbackup got developed 3 years ago, 2023, but the mother of Gotbackup has been around for almost 3 decades. They started in Canada. Now they're situated in the USA, in Texas. That's where the data center is as we speak. So very secure. And probably after the service presentation, we will be looking at the CEO will give a message or a tour of this data center. This is where it's located in the US, in Texas, San Antonio. That's the address right there on your screens. So that is the team. Every digital, the digital space right now has a lot of, there's doubts, there is suspicions, and rightly so. But this is not, Gotbackup is not some robots operating somewhere. You have a huge team. You have an incredible team, an efficient team led by the CEO, Joe Terrien, and his wife, Eve. Both of them were in Ghana the latter part of last year, and they are incredible people. So it's a huge team. There are more specialists. We have people in the software development area, technical engineers, and in all areas. These are the guys that manage in the data and run the data center in the background. Gotbackup also has a board, all right? And a board made of 9 members. And interestingly, if you're from Ghana on this call, you should be proud. You know why? Because one of the board members is a Ghanaian. In fact, is the only African on the board of Gotbackup, all right, of GVO. And he's in the person of Dr. Kweku Ohini Asari, okay? And a friend, one of the board members, spoke to him about this project 3 years ago because that's his space. He's a lecturer at about 3 to 4 universities, around the world. He lectures at the University of Ghana at the business school. Okay, he's into lectures in professor in AI and what else into data analytics. And so when he was told about this, he saw where this was going, and because of his great value he was bringing on the project, they pulled him over and say, "Hey, we need your expertise," and he is on the board of Gotbackup. So be proud that you have one of your own. If you're Ghanaian, if you're an African, be happy as well, because he's the only Black or African on the board there. Then why, you may be asking, why cloud storage? Why has this issue become topical? The reason is simple. Just in case you are asking, I don't know where you've been all this while, but today's interconnected world called for this, because data is being generated at an unprecedented rate. If you're using social media, you should know about it. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of that, they produce a lot of online interaction, and they produce data. If you know, banking as well. Many of us hardly go to the bank unless we have to do with huge sum of money in transaction. Otherwise, we do our transaction online, and all of this, it produces valuable data. Is being generated all the time. When I saw this figure, these are all stats on your screen. Just type in Google sometime later and ask how much data is being generated every day. You will see something like this on your screens. I'm telling you, I was blown away. Over 400 million terabytes of data is being produced daily. Daily. Over 400 million, between 4 to 500 million terabytes is being produced every single day. And guess what? I heard this other stat. I was blown away again. The stat says 90% of the world's data was produced in the last 3 years. Last year was the last 2 years. So this year added, it was produced in the last 3 years. 90%. That's staggering. That's how much data is being produced in a short time. So all of this data is looking for space. We will come there, all right? Now, why this is so critical, and look at how we use phones, okay? It was based on some of these things that the company developed, the service came up with, working with certain trends. But we are so reliant on our phones, and rightly so. Look at the stats on the screen. Just go to validate some of the things we have been talking about. 80% of people right now use their phones, over 80%, I would say, use their phones as alarm clock. We don't have the alarm clock system any longer. You used to have a clock that you just set, and when it's time, it rings. Nobody does that right now. People, why do it? Just go to your phone, set the alarm, and that's it. 90% of people, when they leave their phone at home, maybe they forget it and go out, they are uneasy. Many will come back home to get their phone, because the phone is where they work, is how they communicate, is how they do business. So the reliance, and we are addicted to the mobile phone, as you can see. So Gotbackup leverages on two massive trends because of what you just saw. And one of the trend is the mobile, the smart phone, trend, okay? The usage of the smartphone. We have twice more smartphones than the people we have in the world today, okay? So it's just going to grow. It's just there's so much in that space. So anything you're doing right now that has to do with the usage of smartphone, you are in a good space because it is not going to die anytime soon. Phone companies are making new models. Old new phone companies are coming with new types of phones. So it's only going to increase. And once you use a phone, it creates data. Okay. So data creation is going to happen. But guess what? There's a challenge. The more data is being used, the more phones, mobile gadgets being used, the more data loss is happening. Okay, that is the scary part. So data loss is growing just as the use of mobile is growing. Almost 50% of cell phone users have accidentally damaged their cell phone and lost their data. Okay, your phone falls on the ground, on the towel, or hit something, the screen is gone. You have to replace it, or you have to buy a new phone. If you do that, you lose the stuff on your phone. Almost 6,000 screens get cracked every hour, guys. A laptop and or a cell phone every 43 seconds gets missing, gets stolen somewhere in the world. And when that happens, what happens? Data loss happens. And data loss can be devastating. If you have experienced it, you will know what we're talking about here. Okay, so we're looking for solutions. Many of you have experienced notifications on your phone and say, hey, your space is getting full. You have to delete some stuff, or you have to upgrade, okay? And you will see the cost which you get to upgrade to and what Gotbackup is offering. We will compare all of those things. But we thought that it is only the mobile devices that had the most risk in losing data. No, your computer also there. Businesses is suffering also, or are suffering also. When I saw this stats, I was blown away. The last part, 31% of users have lost all their files due to unavoidable events. And 94%, I mean, that means, their hard drive went bad, and their server went down, and they lost the file. And 94% of companies that are experiencing severe data loss, guess what? They do not recover. That's scary. Not recovering from something like that, that is heartbreaking. Okay, you can lose everything. So data loss is very serious, folks. And that's why we're here tonight, to provide some solutions. But let's see how we compare what we're talking about. Why choose Gotbackup? Or why move from the traditional, cloud storage providers to this new kid on the block? Who are the guys providing the services? The Google Drive, the Dropbox, the Microsoft, the Amazon, the iCloud. But many users from those places, they are moving to the right side, to the Gotbackup side. Why? Because of what Gotbackup is offering. So let's compare. iCloud, for example, we're going to be talking about 6 terabyte of cloud space, where enough space. So it's enough apartment. Let me use that analogy. Enough in this apartment to have all your family, each of them having a room. So you have 6 terabyte of cloud space, If iCloud is offering you that for 6 users, guess how much you're going to be paying? Over $400 per year. Okay, for the year, you're going to be paying about $420. If you, if it's Dropbox for 6 terabytes for one user, you're going to be paying over $350 a year. And these are yearly packages we're talking about here. Google Drive, on Google Drive. I was using Google Drive when I met Gotbackup. I was using Google Drive for about 4 years before I met Gotbackup. And guess what? What I'm paying for Gotbackup per year for what they're offering me, I was paying that for 2 terabytes of space. Google Drive is offering 6 terabytes of cloud space for 5 users for $300 a year. And I was paying for 2 terabytes, $100 a year. That's what it is now if you are if you're using Google Drive. Now, what is Gotbackup offering? 6 terabytes for 6 users for $100 a whole year. Guess what you get? 6 terabytes for 6 users, multiple operating system, unlimited number of devices. What does this mean? If you are using iCloud, guys, iCloud only works for apples, not pineapple, not bananas. So you have to be using iOS. You have to have an iPhone or have an iPod. If you have an Android, you can't use iCloud. It's not compatible. If you have a Windows system, you can use that. But guess what? Gotbackup works for your Windows. It works for your iOS system. That is your iPhone and your iPod, and also work for Windows and Android. So multiple operating system. How much do you pay for that 6 terabytes a year? Again, $100 US. See the items in green. 6 terabytes of cloud storage space against 2 terabytes. 6 account against 1. Multiple operating systems against versus 1 operating system. Great value for money, but it doesn't end there. Gotbackup also has some additional stuff that others do not have, like the bulk emailing system. Gotbackup has attached to it, if you get the package, you have an opportunity to take advantage of something called the lead capture system or the bulk emailing system if you go for a package like the Gotbackup Pro. And the bulk emailing system works just like how a bank will compose just one email and will send it to 550 customers at one go. They don't send to each one, they send one, but there's something in the system called algorithm, which will replace the name of each customer or will refer to each customer personally. We have that in our system. You can automate the system as well, where the system will allow you, you can set it and send an email to these 300 people at the end of the 25th of every month. And you are able to do that, run different campaigns on the Gotbackup system. With all of that, you would think, is it secure? Because the price is so good. Of course, Gotbackup is very secure. After this, we will give a tour of the center, the data center of Gotbackup based in Texas. Many of us have never seen a data center of Google or iCloud or Amazon or Dropbox. But for the first time, you might be having an opportunity to see a data center in Texas. Gotbackup data center or Gotbackup is also PCI compliant, meaning your debit card, credit card transaction is safe and secure. And Gotbackup is licensed to manage all of the information. And the only cloud storage that gives 30-day money back. No other cloud storage does that. Now, what does this mean? If you subscribe for Gotbackup and for any reason, maybe you got someone gave you 30, your brother comes and give you 3 terabyte of space. Now you just bought a 6 terabyte of space a week ago. You can say, well, I wouldn't need this 6 terabyte of space. Someone had already given me this for free. So you can request for your money back, and Gotbackup is obliged to give you back 100% your fund, if it comes to that. Okay. Now, Gotbackup also has something called the Gotbackup Pro. Is an additional, it's a top-up, is a business service. If you want to be into serious business, you're someone who do a lot of stuff on social media, you are into advertising, or you are into publishing, or you want your brand to go out there, you're very heavy on social media, you need to sign up for Gotbackup Pro, because Gotbackup offers more than just cloud storage. Gotbackup Pro has some incredible tools, 5, 6 of them. I talked briefly about a couple of them. Something called the testimonial generator. The testimonial generator generates testimonies in a professional way and a structured way. So if you are into service, whether it's a school, it's a bakery, is whatever you do, once you serve people, you serve customers, some of them have great experience, and they don't mind sharing those their experience with other people. Right now, that you sell on reviews, so your reviews can speak for you. So you could get the testimonial generator, just send that happy customer a link and ask them to do a 1 minute or a minute and a half video for you. Oh, hi, this is Calvin. I'm a user of this product, and this product is exciting. I used it the first time I bought it. I benefited this way. The second time, and I am stuck to it. These guys they are professional. They are good. I recommend them to any one of you. Use their product, and you will not regret it. Okay, that's a video. It's done. Guess what? They can shoot that one video on all their social media platforms just at a go. They don't have to go to each one of them, and you can have that done with the testimonial generator. You have the VDuber is a video streaming service. It has no ad in it, just like YouTube. It works like YouTube, but without ad or the advertisement. Like Vimeo is a paid service, okay? So if you put all of this together, so that's one of the, so you can have some great video streaming using that. You have something called the memory place. The memory place is a space online you have that you can save all your pictures. If you have an event, or you have a platform where people take a lot of pictures and share it on a platform, don't do that any longer. Just put that in the memory place. Put the memory place link in there. If you're having a party, get together, and folks come take a lot of pictures, just let them share it through memory place. You can send them a link, or you can use a QR code. Just print it out and they just scan it, and all the pictures they have taken from that event, they can share it up into the cloud, and you can manage the pictures of 50 different people who send you 35 pictures each. And guess what? You create a link, and everybody can go there and access it on the memory place. No mess, all structured, okay? And it creates leads for you as well. So SendShark creates the bulk emailing system, and we have something called, which is a new kid on the block, which is not part of this thing, what you're seeing on the screen, but it's part of the Gotbackup Pro. It's called the Marco Max, okay? It's a game changer, and the company just launched that. So these are great service on the Gotbackup Pro. And all of this value is over 2,000 US dollars if you put them together one by one. But guess what? Gotbackup is giving it to you for 500 US dollars, one-time payment. Okay, one-time payment, and subsequent year. So this for a whole year, and then the subsequent year, guess how much you pay? $20 a month. I'm not joking. Yeah, $20 a month, and that will include your 6 terabyte of cloud space and all the other things that come with it, plus the Gotbackup Pro. $20 a month or $200 a whole year. You're going to pay that, not the $500 again. The $500 is only a one-time payment to get your Gotbackup Pro set up. After that, you pay $20 in the subsequent year per month, okay, or $200 in the subsequent year. So never lose your data any longer, guys. Your photos, your videos, your audios. Why? Because Gotbackup does the job for you. 90%. Just do the remaining 2%. All right? Gotbackup is taking over the world, one country at a time. You won't believe it. A project that just got started 3 years ago. Okay? You think in how many countries would they have gone into right now? Maybe 50, 60? No, Gotbackup is in 165 countries just within 3 years. 165. Let's put this in context. You know how many countries we have in the world? If you don't know, it's about 195 countries. Gotbackup within 3 years is gone into 165. Only 30 left to take over the world. And that's incredible. That's speed. Okay. So Gotbackup is just an incredible service. And just to assure you that we have, if you think the service is a good one, I want you to put some reactions. There, guys. If you think Gotbackup service is incredible, what you have heard about, I want you to put some reactions as I show you a tour of the CEO of Gotbackup. Okay, I don't see reactions. You don't think Gotbackup service is good? Okay. All right, so let me share. All right, where is the video? Gotbackup CEO tour. All right, there it is. Thank you for the reaction. So let's get straight into business. This is a tour of the CEO. A few years ago was done. And
hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of Gotbackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm gonna code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So a couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have hundreds of storage arrays in here. There's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if, God forbid, there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if, God forbid, there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect of security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security. It's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain, if, God forbid, a bomb dropped on this building, a hurricane came in, whatever, a flood, which statistically is impossible, but if it did happen, we also back up all of your cloud data to a third-party data center just in case something ever happened to this building. And again, it's never happened, but you just never know.
Okay. So you can see your security is taken care of. Your security is guaranteed from that tour of the CEO. So if you are okay with the security, can I see some thumbs up? Fine with security? Great. All right, so let's go back, and there is another important part I would like to share with you. Some of you probably specifically came on this call tonight because of this second part, which is optional. You can just enjoy your 6 terabyte or more terabytes. Okay, there are other packages there if you want, and enjoy the service and never have to lose your data ever again. Even if you lose your laptop, even if you lose your cell phone, you just need to, once it's backed up in the cloud, that Gotbackup will offer you. If you lose your laptop, just get a new laptop, go back, log in, and then what do? You just restore everything. It clones your laptop. You get everything right back. Okay? Now, let's go into the second trend. The second trend, guys, if you are using the service, I find it, a bit strange. Of course, it's people's choice. It's for them to say, no, I'm not interested in the strategic partnership side. All right? Somehow you will do it. You know why? Because what if you are using the service and you're enjoying it at home, and you have your spouse has some 2 terabytes, you have shared a number of things, some you shared in your office, so you're enjoying. safety, and security in the cloud. All right. For the past 6 months, you have been enjoying this. Then your brother visits you at home one weekend and he is devastated. And you're like, brother, what happened? And he says, yesterday I lost my bag. It contained my hard drive and it contained my laptop. All my company details were all information were all on that laptop. Our project we just had, my project work, everything we had it all on that and is gone. I don't know how to start. Now, will you feel bad? You should. You should feel terrible. You know why? Because you have been using a service for the past 6 months and had peace of mind. You could have saved that situation probably if you had told him about the Gotbackup that you have been using for 6 months. He probably wouldn't be suffering and devastated because he would have had that situation averted if he had gotten Gotbackup and protected himself. So somehow you want to do it because you will know people who will need this. We help people. We Gotbackup strategic partnership gives us the opportunity to go out in the world and tell people how they can back up their digital lives. So Gotbackup says we can't do this alone. We want to impact the world. The first one milestone is hitting 1 million people, but we can't do that alone. We want the people who are using our service to tell their friends, to tell their neighbors, to tell their colleagues about it, and we will pay them handsomely. In fact, beautifully. Okay, that is where the strategic partnership comes in. So it gives you the opportunity to make some supplemental extra income, residual income, however you want to call it. Gotbackup is the only cloud storage service right now that pays, and it uses a simple system which I'll be running you through it right now. Now, why do you want to take the Gotbackup strategic partnership very seriously? So you are backing up you are backing up your future, your past, okay, in the cloud. You're backing up your future also in the cloud. Now, you need to be positioned to benefit from what is happening in the cloud. Take a look at what you have on the screen. It's a graph. The one in blue shows from 2017 the steep climb of the cloud storage market. 2017, you see, it was less than $1 billion. It moved up to $1 billion 2 years later. They projected that by 2025, which was last year, Statista.com said that the value of cloud storage was going to be approximately almost 200 billion US dollars. That's going to be the worth of the cloud market in 2025. That's what they said way back. But guess what? When 2025 came, they looked at what was happening. By the last quarter of 2025, they revised that figure. You know why? Because it climbed. The year ended with the cloud market in 2025 climbing over 400 billion US dollars. All right. Right now, the value of the cloud market is about 700 billion US dollars. In the next 10 years or 9 years, all right, 2035, the cloud market is expected to go up to over 3.5 trillion US dollars, guys. So you want to be a part of this. It's a big pie. They say a slice of something big is worth far more, or all of something small. This example you understand it much better. A slice of a watermelon, right? And a whole grape, a little grape, a full grape. Now, which of them makes more juice? The slice of a watermelon. All right. A whole grape will not give you so much juice. You want to get a slice of this market. That is why you want to take what we're about to go into right now very seriously. If it's not for you, for your child, all right, for your brother, for someone you might be taking care of, it can help them. Now, how do you get started? Just be a subscriber of Gotbackup, of the cloud service. Get the family package, which is the 6 terabyte of cloud space. And how much is that? Is $100. It's actually $99.97. But can we call it $100? It's $100 a year, full year. Okay, for all of what we talk about, the cloud space, the storage that you want to get. If you want to be on the project, it's $20 more. It's $20 a year to become a strategic partner. Now, who wouldn't want to be a part of this? Just pay $120. It's actually $119.97, but let's call it $120. A year, you get the service and you are a strategic partner as well. You will see shortly how you can benefit as a strategic partner. How does Gotbackup pay you? Now, you can get started. There are a number of different packages. We talk about a family package, which is the $99.97. Then you remember the Gotbackup Pro, and this is the best deal actually. It puts you in a great position. $500 one-time startup fee. All right, one-time payment, and that's for the whole year. And then subsequent, the next year, you only pay $20 per month, or you pay $200 for the whole year. Okay, if you think family package, oh no, I want to go a little higher than that, Gotbackup Pro is where to go. If you are a business and you think 6 terabyte of space is too small, get the enterprise solution. The enterprise is 20 terabyte of cloud space, which is 20,000 gigabyte. How much is that? It's $700 one-time payment. So once they set you up, 20 terabytes of space, which you can share with about 20 accounts or 20 departments, and then your yearly cost is $600 a year or $60 a month. Okay, and you get all of that. Now, other competitors will give you 2 times the price for the same thing. Now, what do you get as a strategic partner? As a strategic partner, Gotbackup pays 7 different commissions. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. The first one, which is a customer acquisition bonus, you can make that every day if you do what it requires every day. You can make it every hour if you do what is required every hour. But what is that? It is 50% of the yearly package. If the yearly payment for the family package. Now, if Gotbackup acquires a customer through you, all right, in any part of the world, Gotbackup will pay you 50% of the cost of the annual package. How much is the annual package? It's $100. 50% of that is $50. All right, I know it's $49.97, but let's call it $50. You get $50. Now, what if there are 2 people you get to sign up on the Gotbackup package or get registered to the platform? You get 50 times 2, that's $100. Now, what if it's 10 people I have? That's $500 you can make tomorrow if that happens. Okay, and that is the customer acquisition bonus. It's the only payment that you can make instantly, and there's no limits to how much and how many people you can get on the Gotbackup platform and how much they can pay you when it comes to that. But there's more. You get 25% if the person buys an enterprise solution package, 25% of the annual cost of the annual subscription. The annual subscription is $600 for enterprise. 25% of 600 is $150. $150. What if you get two companies, two organizations to get on that? That's 150 times 2. That's $300. What if you get 10 in a month? Guys, that's $1,500 added to your whatever you earn in the month. Is that not good income? That can help you. But there are bigger incomes, and I'll show you before I leave. People earn more than that on this every single month. If you go for, you are promoting Gotbackup Pro, everyone that gets on board Gotbackup Pro, guess what? You get $200 for that. Now, on the commission, let me conclude with this. There are 7 commissions we talk about, right? So you make the tier 1 cycle commissions, tier 2 cycles commission, you make generations commissions, you make dynamic compression commissions, you make other commissions, the rank pool commission, leadership commission, or bonus. But one commission, guys, that stands out is called the cycle match commission. This is an unbelievable commission line with great potential, right? But you have to be a sapphire to be able to benefit from the cycle match commission. So when it comes to the strategic partnership, there are ranks. You rank up. So if Gotbackup gets one customer through you, you are called a bronze. Gets 2 customers through you, you are called a copper. Of course, depending on where that is placed. Then you have silver, you have gold, platinum, and up to black diamond, right? So remember, to start earning or to get qualified to earn the cycle match bonus, you need to be a sapphire, okay? So how long it takes you to get to sapphire? It could take you a few months. It could take you a few years. I don't know. It depends on you. But I can tell you this. Someone on this project became a diamond in about 45 days. Within 45 days, became a diamond. So if that person can become a diamond in 45 days, and diamond is here, that means sapphire can become can do that in the same time or less. Okay, very possible. Okay, but let's talk about sapphire. So if you're a sapphire and your earning cycle match bonus is 25% of, so whoever you brought on, you sponsor on this project that you recommended, let's say there are about 25 of them, okay? But I take 10 of them for my calculation's sake. So 10 people, all right? If each of those 10 people, you're helping them on this project to build every day, and from their cycle commission, they earn $1,000, guess how much you earn? Gotbackup says, we will give you 25% of that. So 25% of 1,000 is $250. Multiply that by 10 people, okay? 250 times 10, that's $2,500. That would be your earning as your cycle match bonus. Does it sound good? Of course. And we're talking about 10. What if they were 25? What if they were 50? Multiply that. And we use 1,000 because it's significant, but it could be $100 a person is earning. And then you get 25%. If it's $100, that's $25, right? $25, right? Now, if there were 60 people, multiply that by 25, still good income. And that's only cycle match bonus for sapphire. If you are an emerald, you make 50% of that. 50% of 1,000 is 500. Multiply that by 10, that's $5,000. You could be earning a second match bonus as an emerald. And guys, and we're talking about a commission which all of the other commissions. So I told you that you earn this per month. It's not automatic, but the company only pays it monthly. Okay, to those who qualify for it or who earn it, you only get that in a 1 month period. So if you are a diamond, that's the most interesting. Any of the diamonds, have a look at them. All the diamonds here make 100%. All right. So if you are a diamond and you have these 10 people who are making $1,000, that is $1,000. 100% of $1,000 is $1,000. And 1,000 times 10, that's 10,000. The potential is just unbelievable. Okay. And you saw the trend where cloud storage is happening. And it's just mind-blowing where this can go. And even if it took you 5 years to become a diamond, it's worth it. If within 5 years you are earning $10,000, $15,000 a year, a month, guys, come on. There are some that have worked for 10, 15, 20 years in their career. They haven't made that kind of income. So if this can, it has the potential to make you earn that, it is really big. So we're talking about big business right here. But you don't only get just the income, you get more than that. All right. All the other services we talk about, the tools, the features of the product, the emailing system. Gotbackup offers right now the best cloud deal you can find anywhere in the world. The security is top notch, just like the other top guys are there. We have the speak to type. All right, you can dictate to your documents. Okay, you have a translator in there where your document can be translated into many languages around the world, whether it's Chinese, French, German, Spanish. All right, the system has the ability to do that. We don't have time to go through all of that, but the strategic partnership offers you mentorship. You get great training, all right, on the service, on a number of other things. Great support, corporate support we have there. The personal development is wonderful, and the community, great to leverage on. You break protocols when it comes to the community. Okay, and how much you pay for all of this? If it's a family pack, it's $100 a year. Strategic partnership is $20, so it's $120. How do you pay? You can pay with your Visa card, your MasterCard, your credit card. If you don't have any of those, the one who invited you can help generate something called a prepaid link. Okay, maybe you can send that through Momo. The Momo there, you can't pay directly with the Momo, but you can do the mobile money transaction to one of the people on the project, and they can convert that into a prepaid link. Just click on the prepaid link and it allows you to do your registration. Okay, so don't get confused. You can get registered using Momo. You can get registered with your debit card. What is Visa, is Master, or is a credit card, or you can also do crypto. If you have crypto, there's an opportunity you can use crypto to get registered. So very flexible, but don't worry about all of this. Great support, we mentioned it, and presentations like this happens very regularly. So you don't need to know anything on it. All you need to know is people and who need this, connect them to some of our online meetings like this and our in-person meetings we have. I told you earlier on about the CEO and his wife were in Ghana in November. These are some pictures just to confirm that. There was a big event in November 2025 at the Mensvik Hotel. I mean, it was overcrowded. You see people in your screen there standing at the back. Some were turned away, no space, okay? And Ghana is like the gateway to this project in Africa. The CEO and his wife were in Ghana in Africa for the first time, and Ghana was the gateway. So there's so much potential this has. If you're on this call and you are from Ghana, you want to take this very seriously because there's something in your backyard. There are people from other countries also take it seriously because you could be leading that. We have a service everybody needs and a project everyone can afford, guys. Tell the word about this and impact someone. Someone will thank you one of these days for showing them, right now they have a peace of mind because their data assets digital assets are all safe up in the cloud. Or someone could be thanking you for changing their financial situation. Life is full of uncertainties, guys. Hard times, dark days are ahead. Sicknesses, pension, accident. You want something like this that can bring you another stream of income. Build it well, build it hard for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and probably for the rest of the years, you might just benefit from it. All right. So take this very seriously. Get on right now, speak to the person who invited you, and make a decision. If you have some clarity, some questions, you can ask those questions and we will be in a position to answer them for you. Okay, but trust me, right now is the best time to get started because it's still early days. This project is only 3 years. All right, not 10, not 15, 3 years. Two things you can do here. One thing is assured, this is going to boom. You can be a part of the boom or you can watch it boom. All right. So you decide what you want to do. Please speak with the one who invited you and then and tell them if you have any question, ask. If you have some questions here, we will take some questions, but there are some frequently asked questions we already have here, and we will end with those ones. But I promise you to show you some snippets of some earnings, some commissions of people who have been on the project for some time, and through their dedication and hard work and their commitment, they have earned some real good income. Some 4 digits, some 5 digits is real, okay? But it's based on their time, their consistency, and their strategies. Your success on this depends on you. So what you want to see is not automatic. Let me make that disclaimer. It's not when you get on today, tomorrow, you promise that I will make that. No, you can make it, but you need to work towards it. Okay, so sit and watch this. All right, are you sitting still? See at the top there is an income. Someone account was credited with about 10,000 plus US dollars. Okay, another account was credited with almost 4,300, 3,900. Another one was about $5,000. Another one 7,000 earning in their last 30 days. All right, you can see the dashboard here, the Gotbackup dashboard. Then you have 5,000 there, something. You have 6,000. You have $8,000. Now, if you have an opportunity to earn $8,000 in a month added to what you are earning now, will it help? Will it change a lot of things? Of course, it would. Another account here is a Ghana cedi account. You can see this is over 72,000 Ghana cedis, guys. This is not a joke, and this is only 3 years old. Imagine when this is 5 years, is 10 years. What could be some of the earnings? So thank you very much, and let's take some questions if there are any. Let me open up the first of all,